Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss 8th class, 3rd lesson, Earth movements and seasons. Right? In previous session, already we discussed 2nd lesson. In the 2nd lesson, what we learn, Nana? In 2nd lesson, we learn how energy we are receiving from the Earth. Right? From the energy, what we are receiving today energy, from the, where did they come from? Right? We are the receiving energy from the solar energy. Solar energy means, already I told you, the big boss. All universe has only one big boss, that is a sun, right? That kind of energy we are received from the solar energy. In the name of the solar energy, what we receive, Nana? Light and heat. Light and heat. Due to this light and heat, the human bodies, not only the we are the human body, those who are the living organism all over in the globe, they are the depend on the light and heat. If without light and heat we can't survive. We can, if we have the, we can plant the one small one. You can plant the one small tree and it cover with the, without lighting and without any heat which is receiving. As this plant will grow? No, no, no. It will be disappear after the 2 days or 3 days or 5 days, whatever it may be. If we couldn't receive the heat and the light, human body we can't the grow up the as fast as can other human will grow. Why? Because if you won't get a heat, we won't get a light, we receive from the lack of the vitamin D, I think so, right? Vitamin D. If you won't receive vitamin D, then what will happen? Then your bone will be the fluctuated, the bone will be dislocated sometimes. So that's why we need the light and heat. See, in this lesson we are going to discuss Earth movement and the seasons, right? We are human body. You can observe the throughout. What the some kind of the trees were flowering, right? Then after some kind of the fruits will be appear there. Then after that some months and months, that will be the sprouting will happen. So what is mean by sprouting now? The leaves. The leaves the trees automatically they fall down. They automatically fall down. You can see that when it comes to the summer, most of the trees they loses their leaves. Most of the trees they loses their leaves. So why would this happen? Why this happen? You are the already what you thought? So every time we have to grow the fruits and we can easily eat all those things. But this kind of the season, this kind of the changes will happen. Then why would happen? Why? Because this kind of the changes will happen due to the seasons. Due to the season. Each and every 3 and 4 months we have a different seasons. We have a different seasons. So you might be asked, sir, why we have the different seasons? Why wouldn't we have different seasons? Why? Because the movement of the earth. When the earth moves, you know everyone, are you agree with me? The earth is have the movement is earth is has movement east to yes. We have earth movement west to east. Automatically, you may be consider this is a globe. What will happen, Nana? The earth start automatically moving. So when the earth moves, then we can easily receive the changes of the season and main one day and night. Right? What we receive, Nana? The changes of the seasons and we receive day and night. You might be thought when you are the colleague or whatever is, you are in the 12 o'clock in India and you might be here same 12 o'clock in USA. But when it comes to India in night, the USA is a day. When it is the USA in day and India as a night. Why? Because this will happen the earth movement. It will happen the earth movement. When the earth moves, then automatically when we are the falling when the falling from the we receive the sun rays. When we are falling receive the sun rays, then automatically it will change. When the earth moves this time, we are the, you can see here is very clearly. So this is the earth, right? This is the earth and this is the sun. Automatically we are the falling sun rays all over. So this half of the earth became the falling sun rays directly. But what about this half? What about this half? Right? This is the east side. You may consider this is the east side and this is the west side. The east part of the earth we are receiving the sunlight. But what about the west part? So this west part this comes under a dark side. So that's why this will happen for the movement of the earth. Movement of the earth and movement of the earth it is created the seasons. How many seasons you know, Nana? In roughly we have 3 seasons. One is the summer, another one is a winter, and another one is a monsoon. What now? The summer, winter and monsoon. You can say consider also autumn also. Autumn also, right? In the summer, what we have, Nana? It's very hot. In everyone, summer hot is a warm. We can say the warm. When it comes to winter, what we feel in winter? Very cold, right? Isn't it? In the winter, we feel it cold. And monsoon, now what we are receiving in the day by day daily? What we are receiving, Nana? Rain. And when it comes to the autumn in this particular the season in autumn in the sky is very clear. The sky is very clear. But what we receive? We receive the humidity. What we receive? We can say receive the humidity when the sky is very clear. Why? Because after the rainy season it more the form of the kind of we have the water temperature on the earth. Why? Because what is mean by humidity? When the water temperature, water contentment have in the air is called a humidity. Well, because here we receive heat, right? In the air we have the water. When you have air, we have the water. Then what will happen? Then automatically have a humidity. You can compare it to the our Telangana to those who are living in the coastal areas. Those who are living in the coastal areas, the coastal areas people they feel very humidity. They very humidity. Why? Because they doesn't receive as much as the cold. They doesn't receive as much as the warm, right? Because why? In the summer, they doesn't have that kind of the temperature as the Delhi has. When the Delhi has, if it is considered, we have the Delhi 42 degrees Celsius in the summer. But when it comes to the Vizag, it will automatically, it won't reach above the 36. It won't reach above the 36. But when it comes to the winter, Delhi will receive 6 degrees Celsius. Right? Delhi receives the 6 degrees Celsius. But when it comes to the Vizag, it will be 23. It will be 23 degrees of Celsius. Why? Because we couldn't find the much difference between the summer and winter in the Vizag. And you can easily find the difference. When it comes to the summer, we have 42 degrees of the Celsius. When it comes to the winter, the 6 degrees Celsius. Why? Because in the Vizag, because in the Vizag is laid down. This is located to here the coastal area. Located to the coastal area. Well, because in the coastal area, those who are the nearby, we can say the coastal area, Vizag, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Mumbai, all these areas, they couldn't find this much of the different. But we are the Indians, right? We are the Indians. According to Sanskrit literature, we have 6 seasons. But no? According to Sanskrit literature, we have 6 seasons, and already in Sanskrit we call ritus. What we call, Nana? Ritus. You might be heard in our Telugu Rutulu, right? Rutulu. When we have in very beginning of our childhood, we call the Varsha Ritu, the Grishma Ritu, all those kinds. If you have that, you can ask your fathers, they will very well related to with those things, right? These are the ritus. How many ritus we have, Nana? 6, according to the whom? According to the Sanskrit literature. What was that? First one, Vasanta. Second one, Grishma. Third one, Varsha. Fourth one, Sharad. Fifth one, Hemant. And sixth one, Shishira. What was, Nana? The first one, Vasanta. Second one, Grishma. Third one, Varsha. Fourth one, Sharad. Fifth one, Hemant. And sixth one, Shishira. Right? This Vasanta means spring. Which season, Nana? spring season. When it comes to Grishma means summer. Which one? The Grishma means summer. Varsha means everyone know it. Showing itself. Name is Varsha, right? It's a rainy season. Or you can say the monsoon, right? Sharad, autumn, right? Autumn. When it comes to Hemant, pre-winter. And finally, Shashira, winter season. Right, Nana? According to Sanskrit literature, we are divided to 6 seasons. We call the ritus. We call as the ritus. What are they? Vasanta, it means spring. Next, Grishma, it means summer. Varsha, it means rainy, or you can say the monsoon. And Sharad, it's the autumn. And Hemanta, it's a pre-winter, the before the winter. And Shashira, it's called a winter seasons. See, each and every seasons, each and every ritus have their own specialty. And these all are ritus is related to agriculture. Why? Because India is has a more agriculture depends on the almost nowadays also we are the depend on the 70% people are depending on the agriculture sector. This is our main sector for the big boost of the our Indian economy as nowadays also been 21st century also, right? First we discuss Vasanta. Right. This Vasanta spring. In this Vasanta season, the most of the agriculture activities will happen. The most of the agriculture activities will happen. Further, when it comes to the monsoon, before the monsoon, they will ready to their all those lands. And this only in Vasanta, which are the already crop, which are the already made crop in the winter, right? There will be they start to the cultivation. They start to the cultivation in this Vasanta. In Vasanta, we have is 2 months. Each and every seasons is related to 2 months. What was it, Nana? March and April. In March and April, what crop we made in the winter, that will crop has to be the harvesting, right? These are harvesting. And in this especially in the Vasanta, we have celebrated different festivals also. You know the India, most of the each and everyone has to the celebration. The before when doing the any good thing and before the whatever we have to make use decision, we have to make celebrated, right? Because this is our mythology, this is our culture, and we are according to dividing these seasons for the Sanskrit. These are called the ritus. So that's why each and every ritus have their own identity, and they are the festival. And here we are celebrating Holi, Ugadi. You know the Ugadi, and we can celebrate as a New Year also. Then Gudi Padwa, Vishu, Vaishakhi. These all are the celebrated in our festival in regarding the Vasanta season, right? Regarding the Vasanta season, right? Second one, what was it, Nana? Grishma. What do you call the Grishma? Summer, right? See, the Grishma is the hottest season, the hottest weather month in our India. Why? Because in the Grishma, especially this comes under May and June. We can see almost the half of the April. When it comes to the half of the April, or the mid of April of the month, we will start receiving the sun, right? The sunlight is very intense here. But when it comes to the May, which is the very hottest, this is very hottest month. This is May. Why? Because in this May, the most of the activities wouldn't happen. So that's why when it is April off, we also give the off day, I think so, right? This is May and June. When it comes before was starting our school, the most of we have the summer also. We have the summer, that kind of almost we have the solar radiation from the sun, right? And third one, Varsha. What was Nana? Third one, Varsha. This is the main lifeline of the agriculture, those who are belonging to agriculture, those who are the farmer. Why? Because the without Varsha, without this season, what means season means Varsha means monsoon or rainy. So without monsoon season, we couldn't survive. We couldn't survive. You know, the most of the we have all those borewells, all those things, the facilities, all those canals, all those things. But still most of the farmers depends on the agriculture, depends on the rain season, right? Because when they receive the monsoon, they can cultivate their lands, right? They can cultivate their lands, they can plant seeds, and they can automatically they grow up, they can survive with the Varsha, right? In this Varsha, what we have we have celebrated the different festival also in the season of the Varsha, right? These are the main season for those who are the farmers. And next we are going to discuss what, Nana? Sharad, Hemant, right? Sharad and Hemant. See, already we discussed which month. The May and April is a Vasanta, right? May, June and Grishma. July, August is a Varsha. And Sharada, when it comes to Sharada, right? September, October. You can see the mid of November also. Sometimes after the ending the October, it will consider the mid November also. We can consider mid November also. This one. In this, what I said, in this Sharad, we can call also autumn. In the sky is very clear. The sky is very clear. Already as we discussed, when the sky is very clear, then what will happen? There is no rain, there is no cold, there is no warmth, right? What will we have focus? Only one is humidity. We have only is humidity. But when it comes to humidity, it will help to the growing the crop, right? It will help to growing they can cultivate all those things. They have those who are the farmer, they can easily survive. They can survive their plants. They survive their crops, all those things. In this one, what we have, Nana, is the sky is very clear. And when it comes, and here also we have festivals. We have the Diwali, right? We have Diwali and Dasera. We have the two big festivals here, the Diwali and Dasera, right? In this Diwali, Dasera, we can easily celebrate those who are the goddess. We can say the Durga Mata, automatic, whatever it is, we can celebrate all those things. Next, Hemanta also. Hemanta is a pre-winter. Hemanta as a pre-winter ritu, right? So before the winter coming, then automatically it started pre-winter. It's a November and December. You might be thought to wonder, sir, already we can receive the cold from the mid-November, and you are saying he is a pre-winter. What was that? According to English, according to those who are the English of winter, summer, we have how much, Nana? 4 months. Each and every seasons we have 4 months. But according to Sanskrit, we have each and every ritus 2 months, right? But you can see, we have started cooling November, but when it comes to December, the winter will be start. This winter will be start very strongly. But when it comes to the whole winter in Shishira, this is our winter season. See, the Shishira, when it comes to Shishira, it starts with the Jan and end Feb, right? But when it comes to the Jan, we have the lot of cold, right? When we couldn't survive. So sometimes when it comes to the Delhi, and sometimes the already temperature goes to the minus also. When it comes to J&K and Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, all those the states we have now. On the state we receive the snowfall. So you can imagine how much this Jan and mid-Feb and mid-December to mid-Feb we have received the cold. This is the coldest month. In the India during the Shishira in the winter. In this region we have to celebrate it. What was that, Nana? One is especially everyone when it comes to the Andhra, that is the Sankranti, right? We have celebrated the season is the Sankranti. In this winter we have celebrated, right? See, we have 6 seasons. What we discussed, Nana? The 6 seasons. 6 seasons have, according to the Sanskrit, what we call the ritus, right? We call ritus. What are the first one? Vasanta, we also call spring. And second one, what we are? Grishma. Then we also call summer, right? Third one, Varsha. Already it's the showing the name itself as the rainy season or monsoon. And fourth one, Hemanta and Sharad, and finally Shishira. These are our seasons.